Lesson 6-9, we're going to factor trinomials. This is what we did in class on Tuesday, January 19th. So if we're going to factor and there's not a 1 in front of x squared, this brings it to a little bit different of a level here. So the first step is to multiply your front and back number. So 3 times 4 would be 12. This is now my product. So I need to find two numbers that multiply to get my product, but add to be this term, which is still my sum. So if I look at 12, 12 is positive, and so is the sum, so I have a positive times a positive. What do I multiply to get 12? Well, 6 and 2 multiply to be 12, they add to be 8. So now we write them as factors. And our next step is to take this front number and divide all the numbers by that number. So I have, after I simplify, x plus 2, because 6 divided by 3 is 2, times x plus 2/3. Okay. This is the last step where you just multiply by the denominator. Since this does not have a denominator, this is a part of my answer. Okay? This has a denominator of 3, so I'm going to multiply this whole set by 3. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2/3 is 2. So here is the solution to that one. Alright, sometimes you'll have a negative as your first term. We don't want that. That creates a whole lot of problems and a whole lot of extra work. So what we can do is a math trick. I can go ahead and factor out the negative, which would leave 2y squared plus 5y plus 3. This negative needs to go to my answer. Has to be a part of it. Okay, well now we've addressed that, we can completely ignore that top line. Now I'm factoring this. So first step, front and back number. So 2 times 3 is 6. I need to find two numbers that multiply to be 6, but add to be 5. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. So those are my two terms, so I'll put them in a factor form. So x plus 2, x plus 3. Now, I can divide by my front number, which is 2. So I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So I have x plus 1 and x plus 3/2. This does not have a denominator, so it's in my answer, as is my negative from above, so that's coming down here. X plus 1. Now I have to multiply this one by the denominator, which is 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3/2 is 3. So this whole thing here is my answer. Alright, this problem doesn't have a negative, so I can get started right away. Two numbers that 4 times 5 is 20. What are two numbers that multiply to be 20 but add to 9? Well, actually this one already gave you the answer. 5 and 4. So x plus 5 in factor form, x plus 4 in factor form. And we're going to divide both numbers by the front number. So divide by 4. So I get x plus 5/4 and x plus 1. Okay? This one has a denominator of 4, so multiply everything in there by 4, so 4x plus 5. This one does not have a denominator, so it comes straight to my answer, x plus 1. That's pretty much all of the tricks to factoring. Just follow those same steps every time. Multiply the front and the back number, find your product sum pair, divide by the front number, and then multiply by the denominator in each factor. And that's how you do it.